It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A man is due to front court today over an alleged home invasion at Gateshead last night. Police say the 42-year-old forced his way into a flat on Hickory Road at about 9 p.m, looking for a female who wasn't there. It's alleged he verbally threatened an elderly male resident before leaving. Officers arrested the man a short time later at a Gateshead address. He's been charged with aggravated break and enter with intent to inflict actual bodily harm and has been refused bail to face Toronto local court today. Lake Macquarie Police are investigating an armed robbery on the West Wallsend Post Office. A man aged about 18 or 19 entered the Carrington Street business at about 8 a.m. yesterday and threatened staff with a machete while demanding cash. He was handed a sum of money before running off. He's described as having a thin build and was wearing a hooded jumper and had his face covered at the time. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. The Every Australian Counts organisation will be holding a forum at Kurri Kurri tomorrow to discuss issues with the National Disability Insurance Scheme. The forum hopes to see people with a disability, their families and disability service providers attend to suggest improvements to the scheme amid concerns many NDIS clients are missing out on funding for vital services. Campaign Director for Every Australian Counts, Kirsten Dean, says the best way to improve the scheme is to listen to those affected by it.
So if I had a chance to say one thing to the people who are in government is listen to the people who understand the scheme the best and have got the best ideas for how to fix it. Listen to people with disability and their families work in the sector about what needs to change.
The forum will be in Seminar Room 1 from 10 a.m. until midday. Hunter New England Health says the Morisset Hospital site will be closed to the public following concerns about the welfare of the local kangaroo population. There have been reports of roos being shot with arrows in recent years, while busloads of tourists head to the hospital grounds for a chance to get up close to the animals, to feed and pet them, despite warning signs urging people not to. The gates to the hospital will be permanently closed in coming weeks, with access restricted to emergency services, authorised visitors and staff. New boom gates with swipe card access and intercom and video cameras will be installed by April next year. The risk of contracting the Q fever virus has increased due to the harsh drought conditions hunter farmers are experiencing. The dry wind sweeping the area is spreading the airborne disease, which affects all types of animals, wildlife and humans who are exposed to it. District Vet with Hunter Local Land Services, Kylie Greentree, is encouraging farmers to get vaccinated to protect themselves against the fever.
There has been a bit of an extra risk with the dry environment, with the drought conditions that we've got at the moment. So because it can just be swept up in the air and can travel in the wind, we're recommending that farmers get vaccinated. They can do that by calling the local land services office.
2NURFM Sport.
The Newcastle Knights will be hoping the signing of Test forward David Klemmer is the final piece of the puzzle which finally sees finals football return to Newcastle. The Knights have now spent 5 years in the rugby league wilderness since their last finals appearance, a trend fans are desperate for the club to change. Coach Nathan Brown says he believes Klemmer is the man to lay a platform for the team, allowing key players such as Kalen Ponga and Mitchell Pearce to shine.
We're quite hopeful that, with him and Timmy Glasby and Jimmy Gavo, we've got some experienced middles now that can help get Kalen and Connor and Pearce out on the front foot, because we saw in the grand final, as great as Billy and Cameron are, if you're not on the front foot, you can't play.
Merriweather surfer Jackson Baker hopes to again overcome the pain of an ankle strain and the monster Sunset Beach swell when the Vans World Cup resumes today. Dangerous conditions saw the Hawaii event suspended yesterday, giving Baker a much-needed day to recover after he snatched progression on Monday. Baker's success in the 6-metre swell was made all the more impressive considering his ankle strain, which was suffered just 2 weeks ago. And Newcastle jockey Aaron Bullock has found himself in hot water after failing a routine drug test last month. He'll now face an inquiry by racing stewards at Wyong tomorrow. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 4, 18, 30, 13, 38, 7 and 25, and the supplementaries are 3 and 5. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.